not alone.
The president visited the city on Monday, saying it defines strength and resilience. The president went on to call the attack a horrific attack of terrorism. He spoke.
This is a very special day. The breeze took the clouds all away. It swept the sky like a broom and got ready for a very special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day it is. It's a terrific Tuesday here this morning on Coffee Club. I am Becky. Got Greg with me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, and it's a little colder than it was yesterday.
Quite a bit. We do have our own mayor, Justin Green, by phone. And Mayor, thank you so much for taking this time this morning with us. And
Good morning.
Just want to check in right there from City Hall. How's it going?
Yes, good morning. As you and Greg made our way to work this morning, there's some of us that navigated already before the sun come up, and it's navigable, but goodness, take your time.
Right. Well, let's talk about, first of all, of course, we talked yesterday with our sheriff, the county, and of course, Denny. But what we're wanting to know, I guess, and what now, we can't say enough how the National Weather Service was right,
Correct.
And,
we had some good warning, and the times were pretty much spot on, and so this one come true. That's right.
Yeah. So, and they called it like an ice cream sandwich, and we did get all that snow, and then we got some ice, and then of course we've got now colder temperatures, and that makes it hard. So I guess, what did you do? Let's do the prep work, I guess, as the mayor, and for getting ready for the city, getting ready for this before it all started.
Well, certainly, and our street department crew, hands off to them. They have been just great, very spot on as far as working over and knowing that they've got to stay and get things done and put a lot of hours in. And so preparing for that, obviously meant making sure all the trucks were in good working order, all the plows and salt boxes and things of that nature. And so, we were ready well ahead of this storm, days, if not actually a week or so, just because it's wintertime.
Yeah.
And so, from that standpoint, as the forecasts come closer, we were ready in that sense. And so, It's hard to prep the roads with salt and sand ahead of that. As a matter of fact, it is counterproductive because when the blade goes down, then you scrape all that off.
Sure.
And so you really can't put a layer of that down to start with. And so and waiting for it to accumulate some and then start scraping is the best practice. And then just trying to maintain it. And goodness, as you guys know, we had a little wind with it. And quite frankly, we had continual snow. So it didn't take long for a road to almost fill back in after a plow came through, just because we have so many roads. And the routes can't be, every 20 minutes. It just doesn't pan out that way. It just takes a good amount of time to get something clean. So getting all prepped is one of those things that just, we were ready until it happened, and then when it happens, you just got to deal with it.
Right. Well, and I think that's kind of like everybody, I feel like that. I'm glad you explained it because, it is like, you have to have a method to this madness, if you will, on how to do it and what works best, and not, not just wasting, putting stuff down and then again, scraping it right off,
And that's so true. The salt and sand is quite expensive sometimes, and it's not expensive to have it on hand. Let me rephrase that. It's expensive if you go through a lot of it.
Right, sure.
And that's just it. We don't want to waste it. We want it to do its job, but we don't want to waste it.
Right. Okay, so let's talk for those maybe that are wanting to know. The main arteries are pretty good, are better, a lot better, don't you feel?
I would agree with that. And, a lot of traffic has been out and tested the main roads. Throughout the day yesterday, I was inspecting, I guess, is a good word to call it. And so, yes, overnight especially, it has gotten a little better. Of course, now, as Greg mentioned, the temperatures are a little lower. And so there's a little glaze here and there. Today will be a good day for the salt then to eat and try to minimize that glaze a little bit further. So I would agree. The main roads, I think, are pretty good and pretty passable. Of course, the thing is, still drive with caution. I wouldn't necessarily adhere to the speed limits. I would drive much less. Try to take your time, and that's that's not an understatement. I would, goodness, take your time. Those roads can fool you. There might be a blind spot or a slick spot that you just don't see.
Right. Well, and if you have a destination, allow extra time if you do need to go. And if you are, we're having a lot of our businesses that are closed today. We know that, with schools being closed, and that was the best decision, the smartest decision for, keeping everybody safe. But the side roads still have quite a bit of snow and ice on them still.
They do, and that becomes a challenge. The equipment's big and heavy and bulky, and sometimes the side roads, with on-street parking, they get a little tricky as far as how they get plowed and where the trucks can navigate. Also, to your point, those are the roads that typically get plowed and treated second. We do try to keep the main arteries first. Just because that's how the traffic patterns should be handled. So the side roads, your secondary streets, they still need a little work, and they will today as well. Now our crews worked, almost till 7 o'clock last night. So that was a long day for them. Sure. Long start on Sunday and then into Monday. So they've had already a lot of hours in the trucks. And so yes, the secondary streets. They will improve, certainly, and today will be a big part of that. And hopefully it does help the more people that are off the streets.
Right.
And so there again, not only the safety side of it, as you mentioned, but the less traffic, it is easier to get them plowed.
Right. And we're still under a travel advisory warning and also under a state of emergency. So I know people are sick of probably being at home, but it's probably best to stay home unless you absolutely have to get out.
Well, and that's exactly right. And as Becky, you mentioned, the safety side of it, that's what these advisories and restrictions are for. Yeah. Let's not get stranded. Let's not get people hurt. Right. It does make sense to stay home and try to wait until it's more appropriate to get out.
Yeah, and I think the thing that as far as like the driving, I've seen a lot of they might have four-wheel drive, you might have the best truck in the community, but when you start hitting that ice, you lose control. And I've seen a lot of we talked with, of course, the sheriff. There was a lot of accidents, a day or so ago, and a lot of slide offs, and we've seen a lot of people that are just sliding around. And even if you have your vehicle under control, doesn't mean the person that that you're passing has their vehicle under control.
Well, that's right, and you can lose traction very quick, and so the person approaching you may be that person that loses traction, and so before you know it, you've had an accident.
Right. Well, I think these are just good reminders and good tips, and it's been a while since we've had something like this.
Well, and I think that's human nature. You're right. Time has passed since we've really had to deal with unmeasurable snow. And something that we have to get our snow shovels out and really clear our driveways, clear our sidewalks, and spend some time with. And so then it's a kind of a harsh reminder. Oh yeah, it is winter time, and we do live in southern Indiana, and we lose sight of that a little bit. So hopefully everybody is patient. Please, I'm asking everybody to be patient. That's just Mother Nature. We've got to get through these next couple of days, and I think your forecast showed it's going to be cold again tomorrow. So we're not done with the temperature side of it, anyways.
Today it looks like a high of 30, maybe a little bit closer to freezing, and then we won't get another. I hate to say this, a warm day of 32 again until Sunday, and then it'll be back into the 20s, low 20s next week. So it looks like to me, looking at the 30-day, we're not going to get back in the 40s until the week of the 20th.
So, yeah.
And I'm not. That's just how
it is. A little reality.
Mayor, I've asked him to leave the building. Okay.
Well, and I've checked other cities too, because it's not much warmer in Dallas and Florida either. So
yeah. The Floridians even are feeling it.
Right.
Yeah, it's no good to have to go to Florida and wear a coat. They're up to 60% chance of more snow on Friday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, now, how does that? I mean, will that be? I don't know how much. I don't think we're going to get like we had this time, but if we get a couple inches, what does that do to what if you got everything cleared off today, and then you get a little bit more on Friday? Is that going to be an easy?
Well, I'd like to say yes, and here's why. As we all know, this snow event was a little different in the sense that, it did transition to that sleet, pellet, little ice crystals. It wasn't really freezing rain, I guess, but maybe in certain parts it was freezing rain. But, it was minimal, but nonetheless there was some ice component in the middle of it. So, as you said, that sandwich, we do have a base layer of snow and then that hard crust in the middle, and then snow back on top, and that is really a real crusty, hard mixture when you start plowing, and when it lays over to the side, boy, it's kind of a bulky material, in other words, and so. As we're getting that off, obviously, and out of the way, another snow. This one, what I've read, and through your weather report, it just appears to be snow only at this time. Mm-hmm. So yes, Greg, it'll be easier to clean. Anytime it's just the fluff, the powder, it does go quicker. It goes further off the street when the blade hits it and projects it into the grass. So those snow events are easier. By far, and so certainly we would hate to have to plow again and twice in the same week. But hey, that's part of winter time, and so we're prepared again if that happens. And to your point, I think this Friday, if it does happen, would be a lot easier to deal with.
Well, on a positive note, it's 72 days till spring.
Yeah.
Well, there is that.
Yeah. I think the thing that we need to look at, I mean, we're looking at what we do have, which is, this is it right in our face, but the positive, and what a huge blessing, the things that, we have, we've not had the electric lines that they were talking about, possibly, people losing
Right.
electricity. We've been very blessed on that because they talked about the weight of the ice, pulling on the lines, being, where they come down. So we've been very blessed that everyone has in the community kept electricity, and and we've had the warming station, which we've talked about that before, Mayor, and what a blessing we have that.
Absolutely, and you hit the nail on the head. It's one thing to have a winter storm, but it's another thing for the winter storm to cause the power outages.
Mm-hmm.
And we're very blessed in this. And we're this far in. The wind didn't happen as some of the forecasts predicted, and nor did the ice accumulation. So, yes, dodged a major bullet there for us in Washington County. And you're right, we should be very thankful for that, because that changes the whole scope, and worried about our residents at that point. So we're lucky there, and that's a good thing. And so again, with this next one, same way, it just appears to be light snow. So I don't think we have any worries there about losing power. Now, certainly, there might be an isolated incident if a tree falls or a limb comes out, but it's not going to be a widespread event by no means.
Right. And going back to the beginning, when we first started talking, the National Weather Service, I can't give them enough praise, because, for us to predict this years ago, this would have never been, they would never had this ability to do this. And I think that most of our citizens got prepared and got ready for this and understood the assignment.
I do too, and I think our retailers that sell food would wholeheartedly agree. Yeah. So yes, a lot of people stocked up, made their provisions, and knew that it was not just a discussion point; it was a factual event. So you're right. Technology's gotten a little better in that sense, and our storms and how they're predicted. And so it was a good amount of warning. Everybody should have heeded that, and I do believe they did.
I do too. And so the city offices are mostly closed today, right? Or are closed today?
We did, out of caution again.
Right.
As you said earlier, we have a number of employees who travel a distance, and so just for their safety as well, and the fact that just the small volume that would be here today, it just made sense. So there's a handful of us floating around. Certainly, I'm here tending to some things this morning, but know that City Hall is closed again today. We do plan on being fully staffed again tomorrow, though. But anyways, yes, for right now, and of course, our essential services always go. Our police, fire, our utilities, certainly those crews, they don't get a break, and they're the troopers, certainly, and as well as our street department. So yes, the building itself's closed, but there's a lot of people working.
Right. Oh, absolutely. And I do want to, a big shout out and a big, saluting and a big, I guess, hand clap to all of your team, because they've all been, I've seen them out. Everybody has been really just, doing, I've seen them with the snow blowers. I've seen them with the cleaners, the trucks. I mean, the city has been rocking.
Good, thank you, and they are. They tirelessly do it, and it's a team effort. As cliche as that sounds, it does. It takes them all, and they do a great job.
Well, and I love that. I love that what departments help out other departments. And
that's
I love
right.
everybody. Of course, I believe that's the way a team should be. And that's what happens. And I love that. And I think it's fantastic with everybody, pulling together to work together. And again, and also our fire department and our police department, they're rock stars too. And being there whenever we have seen some have had to been called out. And so, again, this is not the ideal situation to be out on the roads in emergency.
No, it's not, and that's always something that in the back of our minds is that emergency services need to get through whatever the call may be. They need to get through.
Right. Well, Mayor, I want to thank you so much this morning. Keep up the great work, you and your whole team. very, very proud of everybody, and a big shout out to all of them involved. And of course, keep us informed if there's anything else, on roads or updates or anything like that. And you do a great job, and I appreciate that. And I guess just everybody stay warm, and the main thing, kind of, let's stay in. If you don't have to get out, stay in.
Well, there it is. Please, a lot of employers have taken another day for their employees. And so, yes, if you can stay home, certainly keep the roads free and just enjoy your family time. That would be best. And wait this out or at least another day. And so let things just clear up a little bit. On that point, though, I do want to remind our listeners, this week recycling has been postponed or suspended, so there is no recycling this week. And as well as trash service, that's going to be a little dicey. Certainly yesterday there was no trash pickup. They are going to attempt today, so trash is going to be delayed a little bit this week. Certainly, getting those trash trucks in and around to the curbs and to the driveways is going to be tough. Certainly, the landfill has been closed, so there's a lot of things that play into that. So just ask some patience on that. But yes, it'll work its way out, but it may be delayed a couple of days.
That makes sense for sure. And I know you've been out doing a lot of snow shoveling, but reminders, what the American Heart Association, remember, take those little shovels and do little, I guess, picking up of snow instead of the big shovels.
That's right, and that is a heavy snow. So with that,
Yeah.
That crust layer in the middle, it is a pretty heavy snow. So you're right, that's good advice.
And wear a hat. Make sure
Wear a
you
hat.
cover your head.
Yes. all that hot air might escape.
That's
We need to trap
There's
it.
a lot of hot air in here, believe me.
Oh my, I know. No, me too.
You can see it rising right here in the
That's
studio.
right.
There you go. All right.
Well, Mayor, keep up the great work, and thanks for talking with us this morning. Keep doing what you're doing, and everybody, and
Keep
again,
up the great work.
yeah, keep up the great work. All right,
Thank you guys. Talk to you later.
all right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, the mayor of the city of Salem, Mayor Justin Green, doing a great job, and his whole team and everybody involved, and you'll see him out. But
Dale Jones was out
yeah, he was just doing it, wasn't
plowing
he?
around the square yesterday.
Yeah, I love when the different departments help each other, and that's what it's about. Remember that sign years ago, like, that's not my job. You don't hear that here. I mean, everybody, like, whatever they can do to be a part and to help out. That's what I love. I love that team player. You know what I mean? And you get a lot more done that way. So remember that if you don't have to get out, don't get out, and stay in, and let those trucks do their job and everything. So, and
thanks spring.
I'm actually, I know, I'm the only one. Speaking of emergencies, this is something that, that I did not know this, and I'm going to say that I did not participate with this, but we're going to go down a different rabbit hole. Half of Americans carry spare underwear for emergencies, okay? According to a new survey, I don't know, I really wish they'd call me for
Richard
one of these.
Dawson say this every time.
Survey. You got to
Survey
do that.
says-
And the survey says, as you do a kiss, you got to kiss. According to the survey, nearly half of all Americans carry backup underwear with them. And the reason why includes in case they have an accident, because they plan to change clothes during the day, like after going to the gym, or because they're clumsy and might spill something on themselves. 70% of people who carry spare underwear say they have had it come in handy at least once. And this is more common among the younger generation. 60% of the Gen Zers and 57% of the millennials say they have it in case of emergency underwear. One more thing, people who carry backup underwear also are more likely to replace their undergarments sooner.
Well, that makes
Okay.
Well, sure, that makes sense.
Okay, 82% of them say you should replace your underwear after 2 years. What?
No, that doesn't mean
just getting new underwear,
Yes,
not like
no.
clean underwear. That means just go get new underwear. Among the people, some
Well.
some people had them for years. Among the the lucky underwear, especially if they have a sports team. Among the people who don't carry spares, 83% say they're keeping their underwear for at least 3 years. So if you carry underwear around with you, you're more likely than after 2 years to get rid of your underwear. But if you 83% of people that do not carry the underwear said they keep their underwear for at least 3 years.
Gosh, I don't.
To carry or not to carry?
I've had some for a while, but they were good
Oh,
underwear.
I think you have had them for
were-
a while. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they're still got good in them. They still lasting.
Here's a tip. Here's a tip from the Greg White Files. Buy black underwear.
Okay, that's okay.
Well,
Way. Oh,
A,
stop. Okay.
They're gonna. Well, anyway.
Okay.
I don't know. I've got some that are newer, and I've got some older ones, but they're still good.
Well, it's funny how
You judge that when the daylight starts shining through.
shining through when you start
You
seeing
gotta
those
get rid of
holes. Yeah.
They become Sunday underwear.
Yeah.
They
They're
become
holy. Yeah.
Yeah, holy.
Well, I think that the thing it's funny because how much underwear is to actually talked. I mean, like how much there's conversation about underwear because it's been a year ago or so, but we had that talk of what kind of underwear everybody wears. You know, from briefs to boxers. You know, and then now we're talking about how many people actually carry a spare of underwear with them in emergencies. I don't know. I'm just not that person, and I don't know. I feel like, am I missing out? Am I doing it wrong? Do I need to change that?
If you see a pair of drawers in my glove box in the truck, you'll know that I've got an extra pair.
That you carry yours.
I'm getting
Yeah.
that age.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I definitely think so. All right. Well, so there you go. To carry or not to
maybe
carry.
in the glove box and under the.
Think
in
if you
the-
were somewhere and
in
you
the
said,
box in
I'm
the back.
carrying, you know what I mean? And you think, and of course you would think I'm, a gun or something. And no, I'm carrying
Concealed
underwear. Concealed carry. I'm concealing and carrying my underwear.
It's my a clean pair of drawers.
Might be just as deadly. All right, we're on to the 7th day of January. Today is Harlem Globetrotters Day.
No way.
I love the Harlem Globetrotters. They make it look so easy. I was trying to do their theme song just now. I don't know if I can do it or not.
Georgia Brown.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Isn't that
There you
right?
go.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. And they make it look so easy, and they can do a shot from, half court or
Well, we talked to them before, and
Yeah.
they practice all the time.
all the time. Yeah, yeah, they are pretty cool. I'm not gonna take it anymore day. Okay. Well, then, if you are not gonna take it anymore, then just go outside
Is that
and
a
go for a
reference
walk.
to the song?
I think it's
We're not
actually.
going to take it.
Yeah, I know. I think it's gonna be there. Oh boy. Okay. That was
Hello.
okay. We're not gonna take it
Thanks for
anymore.
the assist there.
I can't take it
We're playing a
anymore.
little basketball
Okay.
here in the
There
studio.
we go. I'm not gonna take it anymore. International Programmers Day.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, National Bobblehead Day, which it seems like they've had this already. They have this 2 or 3 times a day, or 2 to 3 times a year. And of course, we got some really cool bobbleheads here in the studio.
Coach Knight,
Yeah, actually, the
Got some-
president
got some
and
sports.
first lady.
two-time president,
Yeah,
and,
And-
two-time first lady, and
yeah. There's quite a lot of Reds players. Cincinnati
Gapper.
Reds. Gappers. Yeah.
Gapper. There's
Mr. Redlegs.
oh, the fast guy, Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah.
He's here. You got to look quick at him because he'll be gone.
Yeah. Yeah. So National Bobblehead Day. All right. Ooh, National Old Rock Day, and it shows rocks. I think they're very fascinating to look at the different rocks. So it's Old Rock Day, and it looks like they painted some of the rocks. Remember, they don't do that as much anymore, the painted rocks, but still think they're cool. Yes, Brad just said we need bobbleheads. Absolutely, definitely need a bobblehead.
Bobblehead Brad and Bobblehead Becky.
I feel like we were little bobbleheads every now and then. Let's see here. National Orthodox Christmas Day.
Okay.
Orthodox Christmas Day. National Pass Gas Day. Okay, well, I don't think so if you're snowed in.
if you're a dog, that happens
Oh,
all the time.
so bad, yeah. And they don't even care. Right? So those are some holidays. Get out and enjoy. If you are actually, things to do all the snow things. Snowboarding, snow sledding, snow snowman making,
That's on the.
which make a
we
fort.
need to do that
We
too.
got them, and making forts are just the coolest. Making igloos. There's all kinds of cool things to do out there in the snow. Just be careful, and if you're doing the shoveling, remember, shovel little.
I bent my shovel.
What's it called? How do you say that? Okay, so let's say you have a. I know that, but let's say you have a big shovel, okay, and you're wanting to take little. You wouldn't say little bites, little dabs.
Oops.
Scoops. Ah, there's my word. I could not. How would you describe it? Did it take little scoops instead of the big scoops?
Well,
So,
when I
I mean-
started out Saturday or Sunday, it was just pushing it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's I guess
Yeah.
ideal because you're not actually lifting.
Yeah.
But if you got to lift some because you come to the end of your scooping, and
So I saw on TikTok.
but it was a more of a drier snow.
Yeah.
And since then it's melted some, and then you've
More
got,
icy
yeah,
and
and then
just-
you've
yeah.
had the precipitation on top of that.
Yeah.
And what I was shoveling last night and bent my shovel.
It happens, you know. Well, I saw on TikTok, and I don't know that it would work for us, but they took a big slab of wood, okay, again, I don't know, 4x5 or 5 for whatever, okay. I know blankets. I know sizes of blankets, but I don't know.
It's about a 60 by 80.
It's not like a. That's my, yeah, actually 60 by 90. Let's get
That's
get
the
those.
roundest.
Yeah, that's when that's when it tucks underneath your legs or your feet. So anyway, okay, so it was a big slab of wood, and he started at the front door, and he took the wood and just pushed it down and scraped all of the snow, cleaned his driveway and
Tell you
his
what,
walkway like so fast, and the wife even said, she said, I've been hours at trying to shovel snow and just taking that and just wiping it off.
If you could, I tell you what would work, maybe a railroad tie.
Oh, you couldn't lift that.
No, but listen, you take it and
That's too heavy.
put some eye bolts in it, on one on
Oh, you got to pull
one
it
on
like a
either end,
tractor.
about a foot in, and then hook your chain
You're
to
going
it
too
and
far.
put
Yeah.
it on your hitch of your truck, and you pull that down the driveway.
I
and
think it would
bet
just start rolling. I don't think it would.
Oh,
You,
no.
yeah, I don't think it would. I
Think
mean,
it'd
I
be
like
a
the
fail.
idea. Yeah, I think that's too much. I think just take a big slab of wood. I think he even. It might have been a door, an old door this man had, and he just took it and he just put it down and he just walked with it,
Oh.
scraped it, and it scraped it all off. But it wouldn't work with us here, right? Because of the ice. And I guess you'd scrape off the snow. I don't know. Now remember, they wanted to leave some of the snow to blanket so that we wouldn't get all the ice, which was well played.
Mhm.
So that's why we're better off than what we would
Yeah,
have
we're
been.
not bad here. It's just we got a present at the end of the driveway of about 2 foot of snow piled up from the state plowing. But that's
Well,
just
and they're
part
going
of
to
it.
do that, and other communities have the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it. So
That was
yeah.
a little fun.
Yeah, that's just part of it. All right, not complaining, just explaining, right? Well,
There could have been a Dodge truck half in and half out.
that would have been, that would have been something for sure. Yeah. All right. Also, want to remind everybody about the closings. Check my Facebook page, Rebecca White. I've really been trying to. I appreciate everybody letting me know what's closed, what's open, and we just want to keep everybody safe.
Yep.
Ed, if you do get the answers of being closed today, please be careful and just stay home.
Yep.
And just stay in and stay home, and enjoy that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You could actually do like a staycation. You know what I mean? There at home, enjoy your time, and maybe get
we'll
some.
go through a few of these here. Maybe the more important ones that we just got. No services Wednesday night at Turning Point Church in Scottsburg. Also got an updated travel advisory map, and that's the warnings are starting to shrink down. But along the river, we've got Washington, Floyd, Clark, Harrison, Perry. Those are still some of them to the northeast. We'll continue to update that. GKN's first shift was canceled for today. People are wanting to know about MPP in Camelsburg. We do not have an update on them, and waiting on that. Salem Lady Lions ball game for tonight was canceled. Southern Hills Daycare is closed today. The state of emergency and county offices, including the landfill, closed today. Of course, Salem City Hall closed. The hymn sing at New Hope Church has been canceled for today. The next one will be at Southern Hills Church on February 4th at 6. All the county offices are closed. So, all the schools.
And the city
schools,
offices, they too are closed. Yeah. All right. Well, those are just reminders. Just be safe out there. And again, if you don't have to get out, don't. And check on each other. That's a good to check on for those that are living alone. Check in and make sure that everything's okay.
And also positive. I know spring's a little ways away, but it looks like about the third week of February at this point. Of course, all that could change. We'll be getting into the 50s. So that's just about a month away.
No, there we go.
So.
Long term.
Well,
Look
hey,
at that.
I'm looking for anything.
Well, they used to always say, do you remember this? They used to say, like, book a vacation, like, months out, and then that'll give you something to look forward to while you're doing what you're doing. So, I guess
I'm working
think
on it
spring,
right now.
72 days, 72,
I'm looking at it right
72
now.
days till spring. Is that 72 days till official spring or
Yes.
till the groundhog does this thing and all
No,
that?
that'd be February. When
Okay,
he
he
that.
does that in February. Okay.
This is the spring solstice actually, but I'd say.
And that is,
I'd
what
say,
is the date? What's the actual date of spring? Do we
I've
know?
already
The
closed
actual.
that tab.
Go back.
March 20th. The vernal equinox.
All right, that'll be 2 days after my
And
birthday.
then in fall, it's called the autumnal equinox.
Okay. All right. All right. So some of the 2025, we're gonna just give you some information, and I'm going squirrel. Okay. 2025, this year's weirdest gadgets. Okay. Okay. And this year includes, number one, a robot vacuum that picks up dirty socks. It's like a Roomba, but with an arm on top that picks up stuff you tossed on the floor. Oh, it would pick up your shoes.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there it is. It is. It's like the Roomba.
Yeah,
It's got a
yeah.
little arm
It
on
could pick up your shoes.
Oh, well, we got a dog for that.
Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, and picking up dirty socks. I wonder, I guess underwear, everything.
Oh, that starts today in Las Vegas, the Consumer Electronics
Yeah,
Show. That's a big.
that's exciting.
I think Dave's going to that. Big Dave.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So a robot vacuum cleaner. So that would be nice. Remember the vacuum cleaner though, the what's it called? The one that the Roomba.
That's what.
Okay, so the Roomba when it first came out, like it just keeps going, like it vacuums. And I remember someone saying that someone's dog had used the restroom, and the Roomba went through it and just like it went like it spread it all over
Well, maybe
the
this
whole.
arm will pick up other things.
Well, I just wonder on that. Yeah.
Nothing like having your robot smear it all over the floor.
Oh, they said it was just smeared. That turned me off completely about getting one.
Yeah.
I don't know. A company called Roborock made it. It's a prototype, so there's no word on the pricing yet, but probably worth about $1,000. It can pick up small items that weigh less than 11 ounces.
There you go.
There it is. There.
Not only socks, but it could be your pooper.
Yeah.
Scooper.
Also, now this is fun. I'm interested in
Unless
this.
you have a Great Dane.
Yeah,
You
that'd
might
be a little more than
pushing
11
that
ounces.
11
Yeah.
ounces.
Which he does not go in the house on. Electric rollerblades. You wear the battery around your waist like a belt and control the speed with a remote. The top speed is 18 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
It's only $800, and you can relive the 90s and break a hip without breaking a sweat.
Oh, we don't need that.
No, but I'm thinking electric rollerblades. How fun would that be? And having a remote control, I guess it would stop, go. That would be my hard part. So I'd be I love to roller skate. So if you're roller skating, you're doing good, and then when you go to stop, I wonder if it's like an easy stop or like a sudden stop.
I actually thought about getting you that, what's it called? The Segway. It's instead of the one that Paul Blart, the tall thing, they make a smaller one that you can run with your knees. But then I thought, no, I'm not going to. I thought, no, that's probably not. I don't want to do anything that causes any accidents.
Yeah, the 2025 is supposed to be a different
I'm,
year.
I'm
Yeah,
afraid
yeah,
you got that
yeah,
thrown at me.
yeah.
If I,
Maybe, I don't know. No, it might have been cool. Anyway, electric rollerblades will be coming out. They'll be $800, and you can relive your 1990s skating. Also, there's going to be electric salt spoon. It's been
Wow.
in the works for a while. It went on sale in Japan last year. It's a weak current of electricity hits the tongue and makes stuff taste saltier than it really is. It's $125 in Japan. You can't get it in the U.S. yet.
except on eBay.
So I wonder on that. Yeah, I'm sure. So I wonder on that. So I guess like you don't have to use all the salt. So
It
you
just
use that
makes it
spoon,
taste-
makes it taste salty.
There you go. That'll help
I guess for those that are watching your
high
salt.
blood pressure people out there.
Okay. Here's another one. A table with working legs. It's called a Mimo. Mimo. It walks around. The prototype looks like a small side table with a Pixar lamp on it. The idea is an AI robot. You can talk to it, but it also looks like furniture. So it's like it looks like furniture and it's a robot. It's called Mimo and it walks around. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know. That might be a little different there, right? Is that like are we getting into the Jetsons or what is it or something like that?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's a table. It's a table with working legs.
Oh, no,
Okay.
everybody needs a Rosie.
Oh, I love Rosie. Everybody wants a Rosie. Also, there's a number 5, a stringless guitar. It's an adult version of the push button guitars for little kids. It's for $500. You can feel like you're playing guitar without actually playing guitar. Oh, just keep the
What?
guitars.
That's
You
Guitar
know,
Hero,
I know.
which they need to bring that back. That was super cool.
What's the song? Lonely is the night. We've not played in a while. And we had
That's
a.
it. We've got it's in a box. We
this
need
is-
to dig that out.
This is so funny. So we had one of our daughters played basketball and had the basketball team spend the night. We did the slumber party for the Christmas party. And I remember we had the Guitar Hero set up downstairs. And I'm trying not to say her name. But I remember at 3 in the morning, I just went down to check on these girls. And I just want to say these girls were fantastic. They were like wonderful. Actually, they left our house cleaner than what it was when they got there. But anyway, they were wonderful. But anyway, at 3 in the morning, I went downstairs and there was one of them still playing Guitar Hero. And it was so funny. I was just like, I cannot believe at 3 in the morning you're still playing Guitar Hero. And wide awake playing.
There needed to have been a Billy Squire edition and just had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lonely is the night. Yeah, I got it now. Now I've got that stuck in my head, and I do want to play Guitar Hero now. Okay, number 6, a tiny robot that blows on your drink to cool it down. Okay, so blowing on my coffee. It's called
Or
Fufu.
chili.
Yeah, hot chili, yeah. Fufu. It looks like a cat and hangs on the side of your coffee mug. It also works on your soup, your chili. They go on sale in Japan later this year for around $25. If you're going to blow on it, you better make sure that, that it's good, clean air, right? I guess.
Not getting air from your
Is this-
robot vacuum.
Is this battery operated? I wonder how that is. Or I wonder if you put it on a
Probably.
charger for a
It's
little
probably
while.
a charger.
Can you imagine if you're sitting there and you're like in a meeting and you have this cat hanging off of your coffee cup, blowing on your coffee while you're.
As long as it doesn't get a hairball and start.
That would be the best. No, if it got a hairball, that would be the best. That would be the best thing ever. Yeah. It's called Fufu, $25, and it's in Japan, so it looks like it might be coming. It's a little robot that blows on your drink. Now, I really kind of think that
Well,
might
if
be
this
kind
is
of
the
cool.
highlight of the CES. I'm a little disappointed because usually they're talking about now the Samsung's,
You would think they'd be a little more advanced.
yeah,
Yes.
Samsung's new phone comes out in about 2 weeks on the 22nd,
Mhm.
and then they've got they had a TV called the Frame, and so they've got a new one coming out. It's called the Frame Pro, and it's a better. It's actually I think it would be the OLED version, so it's probably going to be a little more. But they have other brands that that do the same thing that don't cost as much.
Well, it looks like they might. I mean, they'll have other things too, but that's just some of the highlights, some of the things that they picked out. So, I don't know. We'll see.
These are the weirdest gadgets. Well, we want to know the coolest stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Also, Post Malone tipped a single mom $20,000 on Christmas Eve. A 36-year-old bartender in Houston had a very good Christmas, all thanks to Post Malone. $20,000. Renee Brown is a single mom with no other family. She works 2 jobs, and she's also homeschools her daughter. She was working the late shift at her neighborhood bar called the Rally Yard on Christmas Eve, and it was a slow night until Post Malone showed up, and Shabuzi up with Shabuzi and for a few friends. She told the music. She told him the group that they hung out on the patio and played songs on the jukebox till 12:30 to 2 a.m. Then Post went back to pay the check, but he didn't have one. His friends had a few regulars that had bought all of the drinks, so they didn't even pay for their drinks, but he wanted to leave a tip though, so he asked Renee to charge him something, even if it was just a penny. She ended up charging him $1. Then she, when she was closing down, she checked the receipt and realized he tipped her $20,000. She was still there, so she tracked him down and just started crying. There's a photo of the receipt and then a shot of the two of them together. She said he was one of the most humble celebrities she's ever met. Quote, if this message reaches him, I know I told him that night how grateful I am, but I'd like to reiterate that he helped me in ways he can't even begin to explain. She said she's been struggling to scrape by and hasn't had a car for 2 years, so $20,000 was a life-changing amount for the money. And so it shows them and how sweet. Matter of fact, speaking of Post Malone, remember when we went to Graceland, we talked about the pool, and they said he was the one that I asked if he ever get in the pool, and she said no, but Post Malone jumped in, or either he was pushed in or jumped in. I think he jumped in. Yeah. So he's a pretty cool dude. Yeah. How nice, $20,000.
It's kind of a nice pool. It's a nice size. It's not huge.
It was a beautiful pool.
But it's nice.
Yeah. Oh, it was a beautiful pool. Hanging out by that.
Called kidney shape.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about Elvis hanging out by that pool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Whenever people brought him a towel, he'd say,
"Thank you. Thank you very much." You know that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking, yeah, how fun that would be, right? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, it would be cool.
All right, we have some good news. A guy in Illinois, just up the road up there, was redoing his parents' bathroom when he ripped out some drywall and found an old Christmas gift in the wall with his name on it. They apparently hid in 1978 and forgot it. It turned out to be a set of toy planes called the Thunderjets that Matchbox made. Do you remember that? That Matchbox?
I might have seen it in the Sears catalog, but I don't remember. No, I never had Thunderjet.
I wonder why the mom would hide it in the wall. I'm sure she had I'm not passing judgment. I'm just asking. Wonder if there was a little opening or something, and she just stuck it in there, to hide it, right? You have to be very creative.
Well, they probably, I'd say, it probably got remodeled or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a.
Somehow someone didn't see it and just okay. Utility workers in Kansas saved 2 bobcats that climbed a pole and got frozen to it over the weekend. The high temperatures on Sundays were 16 degrees with a wind chill of -5. One was a kitten and the other was his mom. Oh, that's.
I want them.
Yeah. It took 2 hours.
If anybody finds a bobcat, I want it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's laws about that.
Yeah.
It took 2 hours.
Nobody will know.
Yeah, right. It took 2 hours to get them unstuck, but they ran off and seemed to be okay.
Well,
yay!
Face,
Yeah, that's scratching. Oh, nothing happened. But hats off to the utility workers and saving them. I'm just thinking it's a good thing that in such a situation it could have been very dangerous. So hats off to the utility. I don't know about that. They would have dropped course, they would have landed on their feet, right?
So the
Maybe.
majority of the time.
Yeah. Anyway, so they ran off and they seemed to be okay, so that's good. Good.
They say you're not supposed to, like if your doors are froze up, you're not supposed to pour warm water on it. But I mean,
I don't know. I've heard so many
I've
different.
done it.
I've heard people that actually, and I don't want to. I'm going to put a disclaimer on this, but I've heard people that actually pour the hot water on their windshield,
Done that too.
and then, but I've seen it freeze up after you've done that. So I don't know. I don't know what. Take the cardboard and put it over your windshield, and that's what you're supposed to do, like that.
My cardboard
And-
wasn't as big as a windshield.
There's a little seeing out, and then your windshield wipers you're supposed to put up, do the salute.
Yeah, did that.
All of the vehicles had the salute going on. So yeah, so that's things you're supposed to be doing.
Do you remember Toto?
As in the
Not the
you're
band,
talking the
but the-
band, or
no,
you're
the
talking
dog-
the
the
dog?
dog
Well,
from
sure,
The
I
Wizard of
remember
Oz.
Toto. Yeah.
Toto was a female
What?
named Terry.
Oh wow! I wonder if that was confusing.
She made. Come here, Toto.
Oh, my name's Terry. He didn't want me.
She made. Maybe they had to overdub it in the post production.
Maybe so. Yeah.
If you go back and look and see if she's not saying Terry. Terry made 23 total movie appearances, including 3 that were playing in theaters at the time in the fall of 1939. So she had 3 movies. She had more in the theater than Judy Garland.
Oh, she was going.
She was
yeah.
in Wizard of Oz, The Women, and Bad Little Angel.
Oh.
So Terry was popular.
Terry was very popular. Well, when they get like a dog that does what or is trained like that, so you can kind of do whatever, then there's one, I think it's I don't know if it's a border collie that like is in a lot of movies. There's several that like you'll see in different movies.
Benji was.
Oh, Benji, yeah. There was more than one Benji, and just like there was more than one Lassie. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they have rights, animals' rights that they they can only be on screen for so long. Okay. I think so. I do believe so. All right. So lots of people dropped spare change in the Salvation Army kettles over the holidays, but a few random do-gooders in at least 10 states tossed something much more valuable: gold coins worth thousands of dollars.
That's wild.
And you ask what states did it? It was Illinois. Again, Illinois is
We were wondering.
yeah. What state's doing this? Arizona, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, California, Kansas, North Dakota, South Dakota, Dakota.
Dakota. Minnesota.
I'm in Minnesota, and Oregon. So there we go. Those are the ones that dropped the coins. I wonder if it was the same person just traveling, right?
Let's see, Illinois. They would started in. Let's see. They
What
started
path
in
would they be on?
Pennsylvania, went through Ohio, went to Illinois, passed through North and South Dakota, and then they would have come back down through Kansas. They would have went through Michigan at some point. I don't know. Yeah, they could have
Yeah, they could have, right?
been a kind of a.
little bit of a trip, yeah, right. Also, the 3 most valuable film industries in the world are the United States Hollywood, India Bollywood, and Nigeria Nollywood.
Nollywood.
That's seriously, that is it. That's crazy.
Eh,
So the valuable film industries, and that's cool. United States Hollywood, Bollywood, and Nollywood. Nollywood, hooray for Nollywood, right? Hooray for Bollywood.
Nigeria. I would have never guessed the film industry in Nigeria.
Did not know that. The first script for E.T., Elliot, now it's going to make me want to watch E.T., was a scary movie. Steven Spielberg decided he liked it better as a family movie. Thank you, Steven Spielberg, for that change in your mind on that. And that the script was rewritten into, they took that to Poltergeist. So that scary...
So if E.T. ate Elliot, that probably wouldn't have been that great.
Elliot, no, phone home. And, I mean, like, actually E.T.'s, like, one that, like, people cry at. I mean, especially whenever he starts deteriorating.
Well, I'll tell you what was kind of cool. A few years ago, they made an E.T. commercial, like when Elliot was growing up. Do you remember that?
I think I do, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So E.T. was supposed to be scary. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they made it into a family movie. Think about it. I mean, like, E.T., like that's like one of those classics. If they would have changed that. And then, so he just changed it to Poltergeist.
So I wonder, like, if E.T.'s home was supposed to be like on a Indian burial or something. Remember? Well, wasn't that right? Remember, it was on a graveside or something.
Yeah, they built the house over
On
the Indian burial
Burial
ground.
ground, yeah.
Bad mojo.
Don't be doing that. No, 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 no. So, and
Remember the pool at the end?
Huh?
Remember the pool, swimming pool?
I do, yeah, and all of the
bodies,
the skulls and skeletons, yeah, all start popping up. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, that one I can. I've seen it 2 or 3 times, I think, but
the stake. Remember the stake started to move and had stuff come out of it.
I just remember Carrie Ann, stay away from the light. And she was there looking at the TV. And after watching that movie, though, remember TVs are actually years ago they would go off the air and they would have that,
played the national anthem.
Yeah, they did the national anthem and they would do that. And so after that movie, I never let my TV get that far. When I saw the national anthem starting, it's like stop, turn it off. Yeah.
So it was Johnny Carson, and then David Letterman, and then there was something else on that used to have what they called the Late Late Show.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think you would have made it to that.
No, I know. I remember this.
Let's get realistic. Someone had to tell you about that, okay? I don't think you would have made that, okay?
I was kicked and said, get up and go to bed.
Yeah, you did not make
and
it.
Advised,
you probably woke up to a lot of that.
Falling asleep in front of the TV. Well, I wanted to watch Johnny Carson.
Yeah, you didn't make it. No, I don't believe that.
Art Donovan was on last night.
Yeah. Well, there was all kinds of.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you hear Art Donovan?
Yeah. What was the? Yes, I sure did. Also, what was the other? There used to be like a show called really late, called Mary Hartman. Yeah. And now that was something. That was really a.
I kind of remember that it was there, but I don't know that I.
It wasn't. It was kind of just silly.
Oh, there was a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dave Allen at Large and.
Oh, I forgot about that. What was the one? Benny Hill. Yeah, yeah. Those were.
Naughty.
Yeah, those were older movies though. I mean, like old. Yeah, but they were late night. Yeah.
Well, the one I was trying to think of, the guy, and he was a really good interviewer, and he had a lot of good people on there. But his name was Tom. It wasn't Tom Brokaw, and I can't remember what his name was, but he came on later, and I can't think of his name. But anyway.
All right, a little fun fact, a little history. This is kind of different. The U.S. Constitution has 4,400 words, which makes it the shortest constitution of any major country in the world. 4,400 words, which makes it the shortest constitution because they got to the point. They didn't have to have a lot of words. They just got to the point.
Yep. Hey, did you know this about Jelly Roll? He got a donkey for Christmas.
I did. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I actually saw the donkey. Yeah, it was really cute. It was a very cute donkey. Yeah. So he was talking about. I think he's learning all about hay and stuff. I don't know that he knows much about that.
Now we have to learn to feed the donkey.
Yeah.
Clean up after the donkey.
And not necessarily. Yeah, I was gonna say walk behind the donkey. At times. Right? Yep. Yeah. No, yeah, he did. It's really cute. It's not a big donkey. It's a little donkey. So.
Okay, here's some big news locally. Okay, Bill Murray has a band.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and Bill Murray's coming to Louisville.
Yep.
And as much as I'd like to see Bill Murray, and I think you too, they say it's not the greatest.
Tread lightly. Tread lightly. Be easy over there. Easy. Yeah. Anyway. I'm just gonna go watch What About Bob and be fine. With that. Yeah. That's one of my favorite. Yeah. And he is hilarious. Groundhog Day. They play that a lot. You see that a lot. I mean, over and over and over. Not just the movie, but the movie. Yeah, both of them. So yeah, some things to look forward to. And also.
Oh, and Spider-Man. Spider-Man comes to life. Spider-Man and MJ got engaged. Tom Holland.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Say Zendaya.
Yeah, and they were. Yeah, I did know that. Yeah, and she was actually at the awards show the other night, looking absolutely stunning.
Well, they're starting to. I think they're getting ready to work on a fourth one. So
let's do it. Let's do this.
He doesn't know everybody.
Right. Remember, he
everybody
left
doesn't know
off.
him,
He
so
erased his memory. Yeah,
he
that's
had
going
to-
to be
he had to-
learning everybody all over. Maybe his spidey sense
well,
will
he
help
knows,
him.
it's just they don't know.
Yeah, but maybe his
Yeah.
spidey sense will help convince them how much.
Maybe
You
so.
know, he's going to have to win the girl over. That's like 51st dates,
51st dates.
where you have to every day have to win her over, right?
That's another classic.
That is a classic for sure. Well, classic, we've got to get out of here.
And
we
as much for Rob Snyder as anybody else.
Oh, how could you not? How could you not? Yeah, you gotta love him. All right, we got to get out of here, but I do want to thank our mayor, Justin Green, for talking with us this morning. Remind everybody that if you don't have to get out, do not get out. Again, a big shout out to the host City of Salem team and everybody involved in doing all they're doing, getting the roads cleared and safe. But of course, there are a lot of roads, and a lot of them are still a lot of snow and ice not cleared yet. They're working on it, but so please don't get out if you don't have to. And
But the roads look night and day compared to Sunday.
oh yeah, they've come a long way, baby.
Yeah.
It just you have to take one bite of the elephant. You can't eat the whole elephant all at once. You got to take one bite.
I think that getting up around 30 degrees today, I think if there's any sun at all, that we're gonna.
But I
probably get some things melted off a little
Right.
bit.
Right.
But today's the day because then it's going to get colder.
colder, yeah.
And
I'm worried, I just on a not saying yay or nay on this, but when you start talking school buses, that gets so dangerous out there because those roads are still slick, and you're talking very much precious cargo, and I just think it can be. We'll just take one day at a time and find out, but looks like we're going to be in for some more this week.
yep. And anybody that lives on in a area that's called Skillet or Holler, that they probably are going to not.
I don't
be
even.
getting out.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't even think. And
I think
some of
that-
those trees that like cover the road, they're not even going to see a sunlight.
I'd say
so.
it's going to be around for some people another week
Oh,
before
yeah.
it starts getting warm
Yeah, I think you're right.
and melting off. So
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's everyone be safe out there and do what we do. Remember,
Washington. I just refreshed our map. Washington County now is under a travel watch and not under a travel warning.
okay.
So we'll have to check in to see about the state of emergency with
Right.
Denny. But Spencer, Perry, Crawford, Harrison, Floyd, Clark, Jefferson, and Switzerland all along the river, and Jennings County, Decatur, Rush, Shelby, Sullivan over to the west, Pike County, and then Little Union up in the northeast are all under travel warnings, but Washington now is under a travel watch, which means conditions are threatening to the safety of the public, and just be careful.
Yeah, please be so safe out there. And remember also, when you are shoveling snow, small scoops.
Yeah, small scoops.
Small scoops.
Small scoops. Now, when you're doing cereal, big scoops.
Or if you're doing ice cream, big
Big
scoops.
spoon, big
big
spoon.
big scoops. Yeah, all of that. Not to be confused. Just want to.
Yeah, soup and cereal, big spoon.
Ooh, big spoons. Oh, ice cream, big spoons. Yeah. All right, let's thank our sponsors.
Yes, Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's, who I believe are back open today. Speaking of hot,
Yeah.
good hot stuff.
Yeah.
Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, and McAllister Land Consulting.
Right. All right, let's have the best Tuesday ever. Be safe out there, everyone. Thank you.
Introduce your family and friends to one of Salem's oldest traditions, home cooking from Mama Rosa's in Salem. Whether you're getting that one-of-a-kind tasting pizza, baked spaghetti, hot sandwiches, or a variety of other Italian food and artisan pizzas, Mama Rosa's has something for everyone. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 for dining and carry-out, Friday and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mama Rosa's brings their famous pizza buffet to you on Fridays from 11 to 2 for just $12.99. Choose from a wide variety of pizzas, homemade soups, and a large salad bar with their homemade potato salad, slaw, and desserts. Then come back for Friday night's home-style buffet from 4:30 to 8 or 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays for $15 for adults and $7 for children. You'll find a variety of good home-cooked foods, including homemade sandwiches, boneless or bone-in wings, and baked pasta and Italian classics. Stop in and see Joanne, Roger, and the family at Mama Rosa's and make some new memories or relive your childhood with that one-of-a-kind taste. Dine in or call 812-883-6296 to take the great taste of Mama Rosa's Pizza home with you.
Miss Shakaroni is back. Get the extra cheesy, extra pepperoni pizza with extra large slices only from Papa John's. A pizza so big, you're going to have to share it. We're talking 8 boldy, foldy, shacky, stacky slices. It all starts with Papa John's fresh, never frozen original dough, hand stretched into an extra large pizza. Then it's topped with extra cheese and extra pepperoni for that ooey gooey, peppy, pleasy taste. Order one today online or with your Papa John's app, or call the Salem location at 812-883-3369. Each Shakaroni pizza is $12.99. Remember, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Better get you some Papa John's today by calling Reese at the Salem store at 812-883-3369.
When you want to honor your loved one, you choose someone you can trust. Marshall Monuments, Southern Indiana's monument experts. In their 78 years of community service, Marshall Monuments has provided excellence and experience and continues to take pride in workmanship and guarantees satisfaction in the final product. Whether you're looking for a custom monument,
I love the earbuds. Got them. Go to raycon.com/bigbox to get 15% off site-wide. That's right. Get 15% off site-wide at buyraycon.com/bigbox or go to rickburgessshow.com.
You better listen up. Hear what we say. 'Cause I'm here to tell you, you gotta find a way. Yeah.
Broadcasting from the real world, the Rick Burgess Show.
That's right. Here we go. Speedy, Greg, Adler, all